Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great Muslim were well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing word and truth and sincerity. This is Ira from Great Millstone, Wisconsin, coming at you with another lesson. And I want to say a few words concerning false prophets and the demoralizing of society. Because as this world trudges on, as it gets weaker and weaker, the mindsets of the people are going to get weaker and weaker as well, especially, living here, seeing these abominations, looking at social media, looking at the content of programs on the television or on the internet, art, different, all sorts of manners of abominable philosophies, that are rampant in the world right now. There are things that are going to be said, to brothers or presented to brothers that, or if not already, I'm pretty sure that are going to sound good, but they're not, That's why we have to try the spirit by the spirit, and we have to get ready, or we have to set our minds towards, not dealing with everyone, keeping a small circle, dealing with our families, functionally, only if, your immediate family, like your fathers and, your mother, maybe your siblings, depending on, how your relationship is and what needs to be done and things of that nature. That's pretty much up to your discretion. But as far as, people in the world, as a whole, these people are ravening wolves, and you can't really keep too much company with them, whether it's for, money purposes and things of that nature or not, because at the end of the day, their spirit is always going to be against you, and the thing is that this place is in darkness, we're the beacons of light within this darkness, and the darkness will do whatever it can to quench that light, so this is 1 John 4:1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High." And how do you try the spirits? You try the spirits with the scriptures, man. Because the scriptures are the Spirit, or the Holy Spirit. It says, because many false prophets are gone out into the world, because everybody has their, their sentiment or their opinion or their truth or their knowledge, so to speak, and they're all going to get you to try and run along with it, man, whether it's forcing, trying to force you to keep company with sodomites, or to have an open mind when it comes to adultery, or eating abominable foods, because this whole place is going to try and, if not already, because it is trying to get you to cause you to go off, man, and the fight's going to get harder and harder the more we wind down till Yahweh Shai's return. It says, "Hereby know ye the Spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world." And all of these people are Antichrist, man, or anti-Messiah, anti-Mashiach, because they don't really care about the words in the scriptures. They don't really care about who the Lord really is, Verse 4, it says, "Ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world," So Yahweh Shai is greater than Satan, man, Yahweh Shai in us is greater than these peon people in the world that are trying to peddle their philosophies, man, towards our way and try to get us to be corrupted again. It says, "They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them." And that's why these philosophies are running rampant in the world right now, instead of the gospel of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because the world hears what they speak, because they speak of the world. They speak of do what thou wilt. They speak of, all manner of sin against the Lord. And that's what the world is about, so the world hears them. Verse 6 says, "We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us." And that's the thing, The Lord said, "My sheep shall hear my voice." So and the scriptures also say, "Seek out those that be like-minded like thee," So The true servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are going to hear the word of the Lord, and are going to, we're going to cleave unto one another, But those that are in the world that really don't, give a damn about the Lord, they're going to shy away from you, man, and they're not going to hear you, It says, hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error, right? Because we came out of the spirit of error, and now we are walking in the spirit of truth, So it should be easy to identify who's a snake, who's not a snake, who is for the Lord and who's not, and how and you should be able to act accordingly to that. It's 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, meaning dangers, because even you got to watch who you hang around, who you speak to, who you disclose certain information to, because we are living in destructive, and we're living in dangerous times, man. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. Now, these are the spirits that are in the world, man, that are trying to cleave onto us, It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, meaning stealers, boasters, proud, all bragging about what they have and what they did for themselves and things of that nature. And that's very rampant on social media. That proud spirit is being pushed out, through social media and through, the news media and things of that nature. It says blasphemers, blaspheming the Lord, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, and you're seeing that on a rampant scale too, man. Children, parents want to be their children's friends, and the children are bucking up and beating on their parents, even murdering their parents, And on the flip side, another fold is you have guys that learned underneath the apostles and the elders, and now are disrespecting them, saying that they're going off and they're wrong and this, that, and the third, and being susceptible to these wayward doctrines. Verse 3, it says, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, So without natural affection and truce breakers, they really don't care about you. Everything is a facade nowadays, Even with truce breakers and truces and promises that they make you, they're easily broken. If it doesn't benefit them, they'll just throw it away, It says false accusers, incontinent meaning they can't control their urges, Fierce, meaning they're aggressive and they're angry, Despisers of those that are good, and they despise you because you're doing something that's good, that's great, that's good natured, man, Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, Do what thou wilt spirit. That's what this is. Lovers of pleasures than lovers of the Most High, because they don't want any. This world isn't about discipline. It's about doing what makes you feel good, doing what you want. These are things to watch out for. It says having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Everybody has their own philosophy or their own truth or their own way they think, but mixed in with what they think and how they feel is always remnants of the scriptures, always moral remnants of the Most High. It says having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. They'll know that there's a God. They'll know that the so-called white man is the devil. But they'll never want to come to the true knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says from such turn away. So you're supposed to turn them away, We're supposed to turn away from these people that have that mentality, have that sentiment, This is 2 Peter 2:1. It says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you. And we're starting to see that. They're popping up like popcorn, man. You got Vocab Malone, you got these Israelite groups that are going off in the law and in the doctrine, that aren't teaching prophecy, You got literal guys popping up saying that they are the Lord, It says, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, And that's even within the Israelite camps, because they're claiming that they're for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, or they're for the Lord, right? But they're bringing in damnable heresies. And one damnable heresy is that the name doesn't matter, or Yahushua isn't their names, Or the mark of the beast is nothing to worry about, The The RFID, the microchip doesn't exist. Those are damnable heresies. It says, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. So by saying these things against the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's in the scriptures, and denying the power of the Lord, denying the prophecies and things like that, they're denying the Lord, and they're going to have swift destruction, man, brought upon their heads. These are things that guys like this don't really pay attention to, man. They don't take an account for their actions. It says, and through covetous shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you. And that's exactly what you see. Christianity is a $1 trillion business, man. The Muslim faith is a $1 trillion business. Hell, even the Israelite faith, is a business, because these guys, and I'll just say IUIC, ISUBK, they make merchandise of the house of the Lord, man. And they sell breakdowns, they sell Israelite garments, they sell tickets to the Passover, they sell oils, and nothing wrong with selling oils and things of that nature and clothes, but they do it to prey on Israel, man, instead of doing it to help Israel, and it's all under the guise of Christ, under the guise of a false deity, man. It's not under the umbrella of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're doing it squarely to make money and exploit our people even further. It says, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So these guys, these people like that, these people in the world, these people that are Americanized Israelites, their destruction's coming swift, man. It says their judgment now a long time lingereth not. So they're going to be judged, man, swiftly. For if the Most High spared not, that's it. That's going. I'll just stick it right there. So the Lord's going to judge these guys, man. They're not going to get away with this in the least. So what are we to do? We're supposed to turn away from these people, so that way we don't get caught up in their destruction. In their judgment. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. And it's talking about Israel, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. So they're actually telling the prophets, hey, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear about the destruction of America. We don't want to hear about Jacob's trouble. We don't want to hear about pestilence and martial law and riots in the street and economic downfall or the economy collapse. We don't want to hear about those things. Hell, Jake don't even want to hear that they're Israelites, man. Because to know that they're Israelites, to know that this place is going to be destroyed, and they love this place. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So they want you to prophesy things that feel good, prosperity doctrine. Just like the Christian faith, man. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So they're like, look, we don't want to see the Lord either. We don't want to know the Lord. We like the other white meat. We like Cesare Borgia. This the depiction that you're holding up. We don't want to know that guy, because that guy doesn't play any games. That guy doesn't let us do what we want. That guy doesn't let me eat pork and eat shrimp and lobster and get fat. This guy, Cesare Borgia lets me commit adultery. Cesare Borgia lets me commit sodomy. Cesare Borgia lets me come as I am. So they don't want to hear the Lord. They don't want to see the Lord. Verse 12, it says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, like a bridge, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So that breaking is going to fall, and it's going to fall upon your head, man. That judgment, It says, and he shall speak, and he shall break it as the breaking of a potter's vessel that is broken into pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it assured to take fire from the hearth, or to take water with all out of the pit, That's total destruction, man. You know, when you break a vessel and it's basically you're gonna be ground to powder, man. When you break a vessel and there's nothing left, you can't even put it back together. You know, that's a waste of a vessel, man. That vessel is totally destroyed, and that's what's going to happen to 2/3 of our nation, man, who don't want to see the Lord. You know, that's my last scripture here. This is 2 Timothy 3:13. It says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived." You know, so these people, the mentality, the mind of these people is only going to get more decadence. You know, more demoralizing beliefs and mindsets and philosophies, man. You know, so it's best to stay away from the people in the world as far as possible, man. You know, it says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." Right. So we continue in things that we've learned from the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua through the apostles and the elders on down, man. Because that's the only thing that's going to keep us stable and sane in these times to come, man. You know, because there's more perilous times to come, even more perilous than yesterday, man. You know, each day it's going to get more and more. The crunch time you're going to feel the crunch more and more, man. It's going to get worse and worse. You know, this new legislation is going to be passed. Now they're going to be able to do all types of sorts of manner of abominations. You know, and it's only going to get worse until the Lord shows up, man. It says, "And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahweh Shai Mashiach." You know, so we have to hold on to the scriptures that makes us wise in faith, you know, to salvation. And because that's what this is about. You know, we have to abstain from everything else in this world, you know. So with that, I hope you brothers were edified through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone and well. And salutations to the brethren on the four corners of the earth, pushing the word and truth and in sincerity. Shalom.